What if everything you've been through, every delay, every loss, every unanswered prayer wasn't just a detour but an alignment? What if real drive wasn't about speed but about direction? Welcome, everyone. This series is a space where we sit with individuals who are not just chasing success but also answer the calling. It's about identity, creativity, growth, invisible forces shaping visible lives. And today, our guest is someone whose work doesn't just hang on walls, but also lingers in your soul. There are artists who paint pictures, and there are artists who paint souls. My guest today is a man who somehow managed to make the world look back at itself and smile. A visionary, multidisciplined artist, recognized by the New York State Assembly. He's presented his work to the United Nations headquarters, collected by some of the most influential figures on earth. Ladies and gentlemen, Peace Simon. Simon, welcome.
Thank you, Tom. Thank you. How are you?
Good. Everything's fine. It's a great day today, and it's been a while. It's been a while that I've wanted to speak to you about DRIIVIIN. DRIIVIIN's been a brand that a lot of people are excited about. There's a lot of things that you've been doing, but I want you to talk about what DRIIVIIN, what it's really about. That's really what my main interest is here.
Thank you, Tom. Thank you. DRIIVIIN is really about celebrating people doing cool stuff. Like, we celebrate people who are doing something cool in this world.
Right. And why is that?
Why? You know how hard it is for people to put themselves out there. Criticism, public opinion, your environment. Really hard sometimes for people to muster the courage to do exactly what they came here to do. Easier to fit in the mold and go with the flow, with what people want you to do. While there's something inside of you that's telling you, like, cool, to that other direction. And so the people who actually come and disrupt what they've found here and actually make it better, it's good to celebrate those people, because they are the people that actually push the world to evolve.
So what I want to talk about at the beginning, how was it growing up? I think people would like to really understand and see, because it's such a beautiful journey, in knowing you and what we've discussed. So I want to go back to, how you got to this point. I know that you're obviously were born in Haiti, right?
Yeah.
And we've all had different experiences in life growing up, but every country has a unique kind of a story as to what's happened.
Yeah.
Right. So what's your story? That's really what I'd like to know about. How it all started, and how was it growing up in Haiti? What was life like?
First of all, I love Haiti. So I really love Haiti. Growing up in Haiti, I think it was extremely important to me. Like, looking back now,
Right.
The first memories I have of Haiti is mainly my mom, because my dad was abroad when I was younger.
Right.
My mom was that person. She taught me faith. She would wake up every day and work like she was a tailor. It's for everybody in the neighborhood. And she really kept me close to her. And there were beautiful memories. Like, she would take pictures of us every Sunday. I had an older brother who passed away in the earthquake that happened back in 2010. She had my sister when my dad came back from abroad. It was pretty cool. Like, until you start to understand the world and you start seeing a few things are not right. Where I grew up, there was no power, no electricity.
Right.
But we were happy as kids. There was no telephone. I had to walk miles to go get water, swim in the rivers. It was beautiful as a kid when we were in there.
Right.
And then as you start growing up, you see things on TV. You said, like, there's a difference. Like, I started to understand why leaving Haiti for a lot of people was the ultimate sign of success. You know, we
Right.
become a diaspora.
Mm.
And but those things always got me thinking, like, why can't Haiti be
Right.
like what I
Right,
see
right.
on TV? Why can't we do
Right.
this? Why can't we do that? So I always had this inside of me.
Mhm.
And I believe, like, seeing my mom working
Right.
at a very early age, that programmed me to actually take the charcoal she was using on the floor
Mhm.
and to draw. I was drawing before I even knew who I was, you know what I mean?
Right,
So that's
right.
basically
Wow.
my earliest memories, like doing art.
Yeah.
And then when I was 7, there was a guy named Tommy, like you. That's the first person I saw as a father figure, you know, since my dad wasn't around. And he really saw talent in me. That's, you know, your mom is your mom. She saw it. She would bring me things every Tuesday, every Friday when he go to village market. She would
Right.
bring me pencils,
Mhm.
everything she find that I
To
could
draw.
use to draw.
Mhm.
And
So that was when you first knew you can do art.
exactly.
And
So
draw.
everybody was saying you're an artist, but like when I met Tommy, he was an
Mhm.
architect.
Mhm.
And we went to Miraguan, which is like a more advanced place than the village.
Mhm.
Like, there's like a port. You see sea, you see boats.
Hmm.
You know, and there's electricity.
Right, right.
So I see, like, wow, there's a bigger world out there. You
Right,
can
right.
use the art to build houses, architecture. It's a
So how old were you around at that time when you
7.
first met Tom? Yeah.
7.
7
yeah,
years old.
yeah, I remember
Right, very,
that was,
very
yeah,
young.
7.
Yeah,
I was
yeah.
extremely young. I mean, since before that, they were calling me an artist. Like,
Mhm,
people would,
mhm.
all around would call me artist. I didn't even know what artist was.
Right,
Yeah,
right,
and
right,
stuff like
right.
that.
Now, where you grew up was far from the capital, or
Yeah,
right.
it's pretty far. It's called Fontenegre. I was born
Mhm.
in Pont Roche.
Mhm.
Fontenegre. It's like a bastion of niggas. That's what it means. So word for
Right,
word, that's what it
right.
means. But like the capital is in the west.
Mhm,
You have to
mhm.
travel to go to the capital. I didn't even went to the capital until I was probably like 12.
12.
Yeah, 12.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
12, yeah, going to 13. That's
Mhm,
when I went to the capital for school, because my mom, when she saw there was so much light in me,
mhm, mhm.
and she felt like the village was probably too small. So she wanted me to expand. And, you know, like, when you go to the capital, there's more opportunity. And then that was like one of the best thing that
Mhm,
ever happened to me. When I get to Port-au-Prince,
mhm,
naturally, my mom orchestrated that to the church community.
mhm.
So she stayed behind to work.
Yeah.
Because when school is going to open,
Mhm.
she get a lot of clients that come to make kids uniform and stuff
Right,
like that.
right.
And she sent me first to the capital city, and I stayed with the church people, the community.
Mhm,
And it was beautiful, because I had a lot of other church members' kids.
mhm, mhm.
Like, there was a trust. It's called something called Grand Lacou. It's like a gate guarded community.
Wow. Mhm.
And each of those kids were extremely interesting, very talented, very smart, going to school, have their own talent, playing soccer. It was a place where I could actually expand myself. And then there was one brother in the church community that actually, like, said, yo, you have so much talent, but I know those kids who are also the sons of a church member.
Right.
If you meet those kids, there's something, like, because
Right,
I know you're talented, but they're extremely talented. If you meet them, something gonna happen. And I said,
Right.
okay, so make me meet them. Those kids were like les frères Jacotin, like the Jacotin brothers.
Right.
And when I met them, like, the first day, it's like we knew each other from the beginning of time, because it's like ever since then we were friends. Those kids, they were really more advanced than me.
Mhm.
The older brother Ira, Pierre Paul Ira Jacotin, I'm always grateful to how those guys impacted me. So they saw a lot of talent in me, raw talent, and they said, yo, if you could do those without techniques, if you could do all those things without knowing anything, what if we introduce you to those books, to those places where you can go and actually, like, purchase professional materials.
Wow.
And they already had a group of artists. Ira was a leader. I didn't know at that time what a leader was, but like now looking back, like, he was a leader. have put together a bunch of friends. Like every
Right.
Sunday they would meet and talk about art, show what they do. And I remember that summer I drew every day.
Mhm.
That's how I become so good at portrait. And I said, I'm so proud of you. Like you're the first person I ever seen that grew so fast.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like
Right.
and
So they could see
yeah,
the
that's
talent.
basically like. And then I say, wow, there's something there. And I would get some. My mom stayed back and sent me money, but I would get some people. Hey, for my girl's birthday, I want you to do a portrait for me. Some other people would just, hey, I know somebody that can do a portrait, and then they bring me, like things worked out.
Mhm.
And I was also sewing, doing uniforms for everybody in the area. Like I would sew jeans, shirt, hats, even bags, like backpack.
Wow.
I would do all those things while I was in Port-au-Prince. That was like 13,
Amazing.
14, and then that's basically
That's
how it. Yeah.
and what's interesting, because I know you survived the catastrophe, right? There was a catastrophe in
The
Haiti.
earthquake, yeah.
The earthquake. I
2010.
believe that was 2010, correct?
Yeah.
And tell me a little bit about that experience, because it was a very sad time there in Haiti, and of course you growing up, didn't have that much. I mean, it was such a difference, as you explained. No electricity. You know what I mean? You were studying, right? We had mentioned in the past, right? A candlelight at sometimes. When
Yeah, I mean that's
before.
everybody's story
Everybody
in Haiti.
does that. So the part about getting back to the earthquake occurs,
Mhm.
right? And at that time, have you ever traveled out of Haiti before that, or you didn't, or
Yeah.
was the
What happened? What happened? When the
what was the impact there?
earthquake happened. I was in Haiti when the earthquake happened. I saw everything. But prior to the earthquake, I visited the United States.
I see.
I came to New York. But even before that, my art again, like my talent, my gifts, has opened so many doors for me. Like even those Jacotin borders,
Right.
with a friend I had called Amos. Like he was a really cool kid. I mean, we were all like really loving this environment. The church people. It's not like those group of people that's fighting, argue. We really actually like behave. As we tried.
happy, respectful young kids.
Yeah, exactly.
Right?
So
having fun.
Amos always had this entrepreneurial aspect of him. He always find those opportunity. He would bring me somebody that want to do like a painting, or and then he found a way to put us together, like me, the Jacotin border, and I remember Kearns, in a place called Art Click, where we can actually showcase our drawings. I say, wow, like I could really make something out of this.
That was the gallery there,
yeah,
so
exactly.
to speak. Right.
So
right.
and then the Jacotin borders, they left Haiti, and I was still in school, and they left to the DR, to the Dominican Republic, and while I was still in school in Haiti, I said in my mind, I thought I wanted to live too, because that's what people do. Like if you really want to make something out of yourself, is living. Even if I never really wanted to leave, I got my passport. In my mind, I was going to the Dominican Republic, but something inside of me said I'm going somewhere else, but I did not know. And then a good friend of us named Moyo, Jean-Moise, suddenly died. He went to see his father. They were like librarian. They sell books in the center city, and a stray bullets got him. That was so sad. Like I have pictures, group of us together with Moyo right next to me.
Right.
And I went to his funeral, and I saw Amos again. At the funeral, after I haven't seen him in a while.
Right.
And because I moved from Grand Lac, from that gate guarded community,
right,
to Pétionville, which is like a more advanced part of the city because my father figure Tommy again offered me a nice spot over there. Like you know what I mean? Because I was going to university.
Right.
I saw almost, and there was a big rain that started, Tom.
Really?
And the funeral didn't even end. Like people that flew from New York to assist the funeral, like it's dispersed us, like we all. And then as I was speaking to Amos, I said, Amos, we have to leave.
Right.
And by the time for us to get to a place for us to take a taxi, the water was already so like strong. So he had to go straight to Petronville with me, go straight to my place, and he stayed. He saw my mom. At that time, my mom was living with me. You know, she was there to assist me because I was going to university. And Amos stayed the night. When he stayed, he saw me painting some portraits in my room. He said, "Yo, that's a really cool spot that you have here." And then he said, "Wow." He said, "Do you have a passport?" I said, "I just got it." I said, "Yeah." He said, "You want to go to New York?" I said, in my mind, I was smiling. I said, "No," but like, you know, but he said, "Yeah, I'm serious." Like, because I don't expect something like that. But I said, "Yeah, why not?" And then the next morning, he was going back home. He said, "I will come back." I think he went to Delma, and that's how we found an art exhibition. And we got an invitation. They escalated the rendezvous. Like we actually came to New York. That was like 2007. You know, that was my first time. And then I get visa back and forth. I got a 5-year visa. And then when the earthquake happened, I was in Haiti. So I remember it was crazy. Like I lost my brother. As
sorry to hear that.
Yeah. He was really a figure in my life. It was the definition of strength because he was like a pioneer too in his own way. Jean-Charles. And the way he died is like he had a daughter. He went inside and get her upstairs, bring her down, went back upstairs to get his son that was younger. And then the house collapsed. And they couldn't even find him like to the funeral. So, but my mom survived. I survived. I saw a lot of people died. I saw like schools collapse. My sister survived. And I remember I said in the moment, like, God, if you allowed me to escape what I'm seeing here and come back to New York, I want to use my talent and to become something. I don't know, like lead me. I want to be able to give back to Haiti or become something that can actually like not feel helpless in a situation like that.
I understand.
Again.
I understand. It's very tragic, and you know, everybody has something.
I got back here.
Oh, fantastic! Well, listen,
sorry,
it's just your accomplishments are just amazing, and the story absolutely needs to be told. So now we fast forward a little bit, and I want to speak about a couple of experiences that you had here in New York. And you yourself at the same time were trying to find, certain direction, and you come up with the name DRIIVIIN. DRIIVIIN's your brand. Tell me about DRIIVIIN. Speak about it a little bit in terms of the story behind DRIIVIIN and stuff like that.
Before DRIIVIIN, the brand itself, it was art. It was painting.
It was like painting, and you had an experience.
So back in 2010, when I came here, I was so energized. After this experience, like something inside of you shifted. Other people can be comfortable, but you cannot be the same person anymore. Like when you survive such a catastrophe, like over 300,000 people died and you survived, you felt like you were on a mission. There was a reason why you're here, even if you don't know yet, but like you felt like there's something for you in this world. And then I put my ego aside. I couldn't even speak English when I first came here. You know, I
Right.
would walk around
Okay.
with like a pocket dictionary.
Mhm,
It wasn't
mhm,
like we have iPhones now. It wasn't that popular. And then if I don't know a word, I look and write to people and
Right,
stuff like
right.
that. And that would push people to help me, you know?
mhm,
So I went to a friend of mine at the time, Shirley. She said, "Yo, go outside. You have talent. Take the painting. Go to the library." And I listened to her, and I go to all those places. And then there's a lady called Fari Bidel. She was the director of Brooklyn Public Library, and she couldn't really understand me, but she said, "Let the kid come in." Like,
uh-huh.
and she connected me with Justice Pierre Lubin, another guy that like guided me too.
Mhm, mhm.
One second. I don't know why I'm so
Take a
emotional,
moment.
man.
Well, listen, it's okay. It's okay. You've had a lot of experiences and stuff at a very young age, but it's very touching.
And the lady said, "We don't really do that, but we will let you show your work
Mm-hmm.
in a space in the library, and then we will advertise it, bring people."
Mhm.
And the goal was to raise
Let me give you a tissue.
awareness
Yeah.
uh, for the people left behind in Haiti. And she connected me with Lubin, and we did this event. Shelly with the crew dancer, DJ Jules, and this event was a success. I showcased my painting, I rapped, and a lot of good feedback. From that time, I knew New York was a place for me where I could actually like use my talent to
And
to do something.
now from one time frame basis and stuff like that? That's around what years?
That was 2010 when I first came.
2010 when you first came.
First came, not even 3 months.
Mhm,
I get to, not even 3 months in, I get to do like a show like that, you know. With the so by summertime,
Right.
I took my painting. I started walking around, like, go from Chelsea, go from East Village to Harlem,
Right.
talking to everyone. Hey, this is my painting. You know, I didn't
Right,
know
right.
how things work.
Right.
And
Just
I
wanted
met a
people to see
lady
the work.
named Nola Azi. It's always at the last minute. A friend of mine named Johnny, he was working in Dumbo. He said, "Yo, I'm going to go with you. I see a lot of people always have art around there, and we're going to walk and talk to people." I met this lady, and I said, "Johnny, like if this thing don't work, I'll probably go to school upstate." Because I had a friend of mine, he was in school upstate. He was saying, "Yo, come to school. You can get a scholarship." They even offered me a scholarship. But something inside of me wanted something beyond that, not just school to go to work, but like something bigger. I didn't know what it was. And then I met this lady. She was so nice. She was the first one that said, "Come in." She didn't even know us. And I tell her my story. And then she said, "Give me your email, give me your number, and I will call you." And her name is Nola Zirin. And she saved my dream.
Wow. Amazing.
Sometimes it's not what somebody do for you, but like it's like when they show you, there's something there for you. You know, like
Right.
I saw her studio. She gave me the key to her studio and everything, and she trusted me. Um, she called me a friend, but she was like a mentor.
Right.
You know?
Right.
Yeah, give me 1 second.
That's okay. No problem. Remember.
Yeah, you see, I keep crying. I don't know why, but at those time, I was happy. The reason why I'm crying is because
Happy
I
tears.
see that there was a force, there was something guiding me that I didn't even know at the time. You know what I mean? But I was happy. I saw it as an adventure. I was happy, even if you see me crying. I think it's tears of gratitude, physically wise. So, yeah.
Well, that's beautiful. That's beautiful, and it's.
And to answer your question, she showed me that like, wow, I could still pursue my dreams of becoming an artist.
Right.
And I started painting more.
Mm-hmm.
And she gave me material.
Mm-hmm.
She encouraged me.
Supplies.
She invited me to her shows, introduced me to people.
Mm-hmm.
And then I got into nightlife.
Mm-hmm.
I remember Miles Monroe, 2014. By the time he died, I was going viral on Facebook, and he was from Bahamas. You know, when you click on something, it leads you to something else. And I saw this artist Bahamian that was receiving all the celebrities at the hotel. You know, and he probably was close to Miles Monroe, the pastor's family.
Right.
And that inspired me. I said, because I see all the people reacting so well on the comment section under him meeting the celebrities. And I said, yo, in nightlife, I can actually, because I'm with those celebrities all the time. So, and I talked to Rick. He connected me with the owner of the party. And then I host those celebrities and I bring them portraits and stuff. And that's overnight, like the name is Simon started to, like exactly, like to
see your talents. Wow.
Yeah.
That's
and I mixed that with, because you know all those galleries, they didn't really help me because it's a pay to play business model. You don't even know the business sometimes. I use nightlife, those venues to the parties. I bring my art to do those events, and that's a way for me to actually showcase my work.
Very smart.
And by doing that, like I stumbled upon a fashion show. Miraculously, like I was just out with friends, and then a friend of us was doing this party, and then we went. And then that day I felt something different. All those models I would see in my mom catalogs going up, fashion catalogs. I said, wow, I felt home and instantly. And I talked to the friend and I said, yo, the next event, I want to be there. I can bring people. I want to put my painting. And he said, why not?
Oh,
you know what I mean?
Great.
And then that's how I got introduced to the fashion show things in New York.
Right.
And I would also do like a charity event every year, like to, you know, just as a way to give back or to raise awareness of the people back home. That led me to doing an event, and a lady that met me at one of my events, she said, I'm doing a show at the United Nations. And I would like you to show something, like to show. I said, me? She said, yeah, like I would like you to do a show. I have this designer that's doing something. I would like you to come with a painting. In my mind, I said, really? The UN? It's something that I spoke in details about in my book. Too Much Light for Small Rooms. Like how the DRIIVIIN logo was revealed to me. And from that day, when I went to the UN, the same day I did the painting, I showcased it at the United Nations.
Yes.
I knew I found something. That was that thing I was looking for all along.
So
it's that was the evidence of that thing that was guiding me.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like I see the world we shape into a heart. I said, there must be a higher power. There must be the creator that knew the end from the beginning. At the time, I knew I found something because I have drawings and sketches that's showing that we are all one, you know, that love is that thing that binds us all together. But that simple thing really
ignited,
put everything into perspective for me. Even if I didn't know it was DRIIVIIN yet. You didn't know it was going to be DRIIVIIN until 2 years later. Like in 2018, it became DRIIVIIN as a brand. Yeah,
as a brand.
Yeah,
and then that's the first step into business.
Even before the business, I was in Central Park, meditating because I was living on 10th Avenue and 59th Street, a nice apartment on 33rd floor, and I would go to Central Park. And that was 2017. I had I knew I had something. Still, I started to be spiritually bankrupt. Nightlife wasn't doing it for me anymore. I felt like there was something. I felt like my life was going somewhere, and where I wanted to go was somewhere else.
Another direction. Right?
If something was birthing inside of me. I went back to the creator, and I said, like, what do you want me to do? Like, I feel like there's more I can give. There's much more light inside of me, and I had this vision. I think it was spring. It wasn't even hot yet. It was chill outside. And I went to Central Park and I had this vision, Tom. Like it's like everybody in the park was wearing a pink hoodie with the DRIIVIIN logo with the world in the shape of a heart. The whole city. It's like the whole world. It's a feeling. It's a state of being.
Right, right.
I don't know how I felt. Like how I can't even express it. But it's like the whole world at the same time was wearing that same pink hoodie. But I feel like I was in a crowd, but everybody was happy. It was epiphany. White, black, like I see souls happy, wearing, it's like glowing. And I wake up, and wow. And I'm in my mind, I said, yo, I'm going to be multi-billionaire.
And you know, when you now you're thinking about, okay, I'm going to turn this into a business. What's fascinating is how did you learn about branding? How did you learn the business side of things? There's a lot involved. Trademarks. You have ideas. You want to protect them. But what was your journey in learning business? Because you're at that time you're one man show, right? And trying to make it happen. So what was your experience in terms of learning business, which is fascinating and stuff? You had the vision and then bring to life.
The vision is one thing. The talent is one thing, but business is something totally different. But the beauty was, it's like when it's your purpose, the reason why you come to Earth, life finds a way to orchestrate things within your environment to put you in the path to allow you to accomplish those things. So nightlife, I was not just going out party, but I was in the back end planning events.
Right. So you were learning.
So I'm learning, a lot of things from contracts to sales. When I first came here, that's how I learned English in selling door to door, like cold, hot, like so. That's how I started learning English. I couldn't even understand a TV commercial. That's how I started to learn about business. And then I went on YouTube. When you want to know something, listen to podcasts, you learn about trademarks, you have to copyright this. Branding, I ordered books. And brand is how something exists in the mind of people. Like you have to tell the brand story. What's your brand message? Like what's the mission? And I put all those things together. Like it's a journey, but I had to shift my identity many times, and I didn't do it alone. There's people that come along, like all during all those times to actually like help me make those steps into what we have today.
That's amazing stuff. And what's interesting as well, and I want you to just kind of elaborate a little bit. As to, so now you move on, you have the vision, you're putting together your ideas, your plan, you have your art. I want you to talk a little bit about, because what's very captivating and very, I feel very, very touching and just extraordinary is I want you to just tell a little bit about how you came up with the logo for DRIIVIIN.
And that was the painting,
the heart shape.
That was the painting that I showcased at the UN. That I turned into the logo, like but that's something that I speak about in the book.
Okay,
in details.
In your book, in details.
Yeah,
okay, good. Because
this experience was
I know
so,
that the shape. It's just fascinating. The shape that you it's the world
map, the continents.
World map of and all the continents, and the way that you formulated and everything. I mean, not one continent, not anything is out of place, so to speak.
It's not forced. It's
not forced. It's natural, and it's a beautiful image. And 2020 comes along, right? We have COVID, right? What were you doing at that time during COVID and stuff like that?
Yeah, during COVID, 2019, that's when I incorporated the business itself. And when COVID happened, 2018, I met a guy that was like a mentor to me somehow. Not, sometimes somebody doesn't have to mentor you for him to be the mentor. Like you just see the person how they move,
Mhm.
and they recognize something in you, just
Right.
and you say, wow, I can become that too. And he was extremely advanced spiritually, like he knew stuff. And he helped me to expand by opening doors that I have inside of me, like when it's come to knowing about like higher realms of things. That was 2018. In 2019, that's when I isolate myself somehow to really search more. Life orchestrates those moments for a reason, and I use them to learn, to research, to form myself. I was doing music when I can't paint. I was painting. I was writing. I was trying to formulate the message in around DRIIVIIN. What is it that I'm supposed to do? How do I bring this to life?
Right.
And when COVID hit, that's when people start to understand. I now see what you are doing, Simon. I don't know why, but that's when I start seeing a lot of response about DRIIVIIN. Like I don't know if it's because people had time to really relax and they start seeing something in DRIIVIIN. 2021, that's when a lawyer helped me with the trademarks. That's something I wanted to do since before that. I contacted other people, they couldn't do it, and then that lawyer finally helped me protect it. In 2022, I got the trademark, and I was so confident to actually start promoting. And by 2023, like you said, there was an article
Yeah,
on Yahoo News and
I was
all the
reading the
major,
article,
yeah.
on and I actually ran across the article on Yahoo Finance and spoke about a lot. And so the article comes out, and what's the next motion?
When the article came out, like people start to react to the brand differently. Even the lady, the writer, I remember she said, "Hey, you onto something. Don't give up here." Like when I spoke to her
Keep
to write
moving
the
it
story,
along.
I went to LA one time and we even met. So
Right.
just to show you, like people started to respond to DRIIVIIN because a lot of people want to publish articles in those major national news outlets.
Sure.
They're not being published,
Right.
but for them to see there's something in there and they publish the articles like Bloomberg, AP. It's a lot of media that actually like shared it, and people start to see, wow, there must be something serious here. So when I attract their attention and they can see the mission behind it and the message behind it, one thing I always have questions about, and when people say, so what do you mean by people bringing their individual values into a collective narrative? So I always have people asking questions about that. It's the I and DRIIVIIN. Like, so we have to embrace our individuality before which means like it's identity, to know who we are, truly are, not just the ego, the name, the title, but who, the spiritual aspect of us, our true essence, who we truly are. Like, and sometimes you need a vision to do that. So embracing your gift is the path that will lead you to your purpose, to know exactly why you're here. And that will shape your new identity, that will allow you to bring that vision into life. By the transformation is the expression of your individuality. Sometimes they also call it healing. Sometimes it happens because of a dark night of the soul, of a midlife crisis, or something, you know what I mean? But
So
it allows you to reflect on who you truly are. If I'm not my name, I'm not my title, I'm not my bank account, I'm not my body, I'm not just my body, but who I am truly. That identity, around it comes your individuality. And when it expressed like carefully, it allows you to contribute towards a world where the world map, the symbol of DRIIVIIN, is reflected,
and the heart, and speaking, about the
that's the greater
bringing
narrative.
a lot of love. Love is something. It's different meaning for everybody. What's love to you?
Love. When
how
I
do you- how
say
do you-
when love, you see the heart. Like we cannot speak about love without speaking about the heart. Love. I took this from the guy I told you that he always said, "Love is fair exchange." That's when he saw the DRIIVIIN logo. He said, "That's the language of the world." And then he said, "Do you know that love is fair exchange?" That's like love is fair exchange. That's life.
Life.
It's an acronym
spells
for
it out.
life. Yeah. So love is fair exchange. It's you see how life works. Like without, if the exchange is not fair, it's not going to be balanced. It's that balance.
It's beautiful. And your particular mission, your main mission, driven, which we've been discussing, points and ideas. What you want people to understand about what your main mission is and stuff like that?
I mean, my purpose driven may be the reason why I was here. Your purpose is the reason why you exist. Like sometimes you don't only have one purpose. Like the sun, it's there to separate the day from the night, but it's also there to warm us up, right?
Right.
So the mission is collective. It's not just me. It's all of us together. So me, I have to share that message to remind people to go after what drives them. That's where the name DRIIVIIN comes. To embrace their gifts, not to be afraid of what society thinks. If you allow me, there are ideas that you have sometimes that doesn't make any sense to people at the time you started. But if you give up, a lot of things wouldn't happen.
Right.
Like
right.
even the idea of Uber looks silly from the beginning. It's like one biblical story that Noah building an ark. There was no rain. It was a mountain. Doesn't make any sense until the rain starts. You know what I mean? So basically, the message here is to remind people that they have to use their individual values and bring it to the collective narrative by embracing their talent, and that will lead them to their purpose,
So
and that
be
will
the
make
best way
room
for
for
them to
them.
bring their values out in the world.
Yeah,
by
and
embracing their
the
gifts.
mission, fashion is really an outlet, because you can trace it back to my parents. People always wear garments, and image has power. Every time somebody wear DRIIVIIN, like that's why I invite people to wear the brand. Every time people see this world map, it's shock value of the logo is extremely strong. When people see it, they say, "Wow, I never thought this could happen." Like, is this really great? I say, "Yeah, you see it." And this changed something in people. It pushed them to look deeper even into themselves, to see, well, wow, something beyond happening here. You know what I mean? So that's why I said image as power. Like your eyes, how your eyes is connected to half of your brain cells,
right?
And the other half is to all your bodies. That's sure how much powerful image has. So the more people wear that brand, I think the more people will be motivated or inspired to go after what drives them, and actually bring that to the world and make it a better place.
Speaking about image, while we're talking about image, I know you're going to be in New York Fashion Week this season. Congratulations!
Thank you,
Congratulations!
Thank you.
That's great accomplishment, and something very part of a high success end of things today. Your collection, because I know, besides being author now currently, which is unbelievable,
Thank you.
at the same time, you have a beautiful collection. It's not just clothing. This this season's going to be something that's going to be amazing. I can see it already, but I want to really hear a little bit more about your collection, and how do people become part of DRIIVIIN as well. But since you're going to be in New York Fashion Week this season and stuff like that, maybe you talk about a little bit about how you came up with the ideas for your collection. Of course, it's your art that's going to be involved with the clothing. There's other things, I'm sure, that you're going to be showing besides just clothing and things over at Fashion Week.
Like I said, fashion is a creative outlet. As an artist, we are inspired by many things. Everything can inspire, but there's sometimes we have an impulse of something that must be expressed. Not every inspiration that you have, you actually took the time to express. But there are a few things that you feel the urge to express.
Right.
This collection is called I Was Here. Part of the items, the fabric is made of a painting that I painted that's called Beyond the Garden. That also has a short film. So I Was Here is speak about identity, contribution, and legacy. What we do while we're here to contribute to this world and leave our mark to say that we were here. The reason why I explore this theme, it's like a metaphor. Like I was in New York or I was on Earth and I did something and I leave something behind. So we spoke about like AI, like we were saying like how AI can do a lot of things now. But AI cannot replace me painting.
No.
So when I paint, how it clears my mind, AI cannot do that. AI is important. I use AI. But however, like there's still this human aspect of those things that we do. When you play a guitar, it clears your mind. Like AI cannot do that. You see what I mean? So we also going to have a lot of time because of robotics are going to do so many things. Like if you order a DRIIVIIN bag or a DRIIVIIN item, some don't even have to touch it. Like it's automatically goes to the customer. When you go to the website, you order something, I don't touch it, it goes straight to them. It's automated. So what's going to happen when everybody has money and they have nothing to do?
Right.
You see what I mean? So that's where DRIIVIIN also comes in helping people find the reason why they're here beyond jobs. So find their true work, their purpose. Travel is going to expand in the next 20 years. That's going to be the main industry. That's why we want to clothe people for the journey. DRIIVIIN as a travel brand too. And also, I always say that when people have a lot of time, what do they do? They will feel like there's a part of them that needs something that the money cannot feel. The travel is not enough. The sex or the food. It's the spiritual aspect of them. That's called fulfillment. That's something that can only come through you contributing to society by using your gift. So that's the spiritual evolution. That's why like we had like agricultural evolution, industrial evolution, like financial evolution. We have like information evolution. Now it's going to be the spiritual evolution. Why am I truly here? You're going to see more people trying to express themselves, comedy, art, music. And it's going to be a beautiful, beautiful thing.
Because I was at, I was studio, you know what I mean? And I saw parts of your collection, which is beautiful. I mean, actually, you're wearing one of your paintings now. We say congratulations.
Thank you. This is the color of the painting, but the solution is more brown, beige. The sepia is more an expression of timelessness. You know what? You see the color right here? Like it's like vintage. I want people to express what's in them that's timeless and leave it here. You see, when you see the DRIIVIIN logo, the world map and the ship, as long as there's the earth, this logo will be relevant.
Which is beautiful.
Because the heart, you're always going to have a heart. That's the magnetic part of us, as opposed to the electric part of us.
Right.
You know, that's what connects us to the universe.
I'm sure a lot of people are going to be very interested in following you. How could people learn a little bit more about you?
Instagram.
Okay, that's how it is today and stuff.
It's social media. I'm in New York. Visit the DRIIVIIN website. Also, is DRIIVIIN.
Right.
Every purchase that you make is a contribution towards a bigger mission, and I want people to start like more people to start wearing the brand and show what side are they on. That's like a lot of people are excited about the fashion show, but beyond the fashion show is what we do on the ground, what we do in real life. The message we're sharing. It's not about perfection. It's more about contribution. Every time, it's like sometimes I wear DRIIVIIN, I wake up, I have the feeling to wear something that can spark a meaningful conversation. And people
yeah.
see the logo, they say, "Yo, wow, is that even possible?" I
Yeah.
say,
A lot of
that's
people don't know yet what drives them. You know what I
exactly,
mean?
exactly.
So
It's a beautiful thing to
driven
discover that. Yeah.
is just amazing, and I definitely wish you a lot of success. I already know that it's going to be something that's going to be fabulous. You know. And another question,
Thank
I'm
you,
sure
Tom.
a lot of people have interest in knowing is that, again, you talk about, being an artist, you talk about being a businessman, you talk about a lot of times going through certain experiences in life, but people just take, those experiences and not really kind of look at what the meaning is behind, you know what I mean, the
Mhm.
experience that they just went through, because there's always a message in it.
Yeah.
And I know one of the biggest things that's been impactful to me, and our friendship, in terms of um, uh, the positive impact that you've had. You put a lot of time into community. You help out in a lot of areas in ways that people really don't know about. And you're a very humble,
Thank you,
loving
Tom.
human
Mhm.
being, and you've touched a lot of people. What would you be your message? You know what I mean? If you had just one simple message that you wanted to, encourage younger children, not just in the art world, but in the world that maybe they're going through things in life. You know what I mean? They're at the passage or the short area of, making major decisions, at different times. May it be teenage years, may it just be, a decision about going through things with mom and dad, and not knowing, what it is, but going through some hard times because, what you experienced, what you went through, and what you've come through on the other end and stuff, and what you've accomplished is just something that's amazing. And there's a reason, you know what I mean, that I think the children really today, even younger adults or adults, doesn't make a difference. We can learn from each other. You could be 80 and learn from somebody 20 years old. You know what I mean? You could be 20 and learn from somebody older. But you know, tapping into your drive, your gifts, being confused at times in life. What is it that you would want to message and make sure that especially the younger people.
The message would be like, man, for them to follow their heart and go for it. Whatever the desire, like if it's not what they meant to be doing, it will lead them to whatever what they're going to be doing. And the main thing behind this is that there's a reason why they're here, and there's no mistake here. So no matter how painful the moment, the situation is while you were in it, like looking back in the future, you will be able to connect the dot and see that pain was birthing something inside of you. So do not give up and keep going. It's not going to be easy, but the fulfillment and the strength you're going to gain on the other side, you will be proud of yourself.
Yeah, that's very beautiful. And what can we expect from Driven in the near future?
What I love about my journey is the uncertain aspect of it. Nothing is really certain.
Right.
But that's why it requires faith. People in business world call it risk. Me, I call it faith, because I know it's always going to turn for my good. I know I had this vision, I had this conviction, this unshakable thing I have to follow. And step by step, it's coming to light, and I'm starting getting good feedback. The next step, I would like to have more people involved, and so I'm so grateful. I have already so many people that's been helping me. Shout out to Gail, Claudia. It's not just me. It's a lot of people. We want more people. Like sometimes even sharing a post, liking it, put a comment. Purpose sometimes is not that big. My mom made me. Like my mom's mom made her. Like people don't even think about it that way. The coffee that we drink, sometimes it's made in Colombia. You don't even think
Yeah.
about that. Like
Right.
we each bring to each other's life. So like just
It's a
a little
touch.
post, just a little like, a little comments, sharing it. Sometimes I just it's not even just
Positive
purchase.
love. Positive
Just
love.
share that message. I think like exactly.
That's beautiful. That's beautiful. Well, there's so many signs of peace, Simon, and there's going to be so many examples, I'm sure, that are going to be coming to the forefront about your thoughts, your ideas, your designs, your creativity. What is it in your mind as to what DRIIVIIN itself? Okay, we have it now. It's going to be the fashion line. You have your new book that's going to be out. The mission itself, right? Talk a little bit more about that.
Like I said, it's the same creative source, the same drive, whether it's music, whether it's fashion, technology, or it's to bring people together. It's community. It's the same energy that's finding expression for me. That's loving energy that binds us all together. It's a journey that we have to all go to together. Like let's say if I'm making music, if I'm producing, the producer is being benefited from it. It takes people to make things happen. So it's that same energy I'm bringing to everything I'm doing. The same driven energy.
And you have a beautiful voice too. I must say your music.
Thank you.
Is amazing. The words that people are gonna hear in your songs.
I mean, I really make my songs for myself. It's helped me. That's helped me in my healing journey. And so what I can express through colors and fashion, it's a melody. And I feel like if I have those melodies, if I can find a way to put them out and share them, why not?
I definitely in hearing your music, that's just another aspect of a beautiful gift that God's blessed you with. There's no question about that, and I know soon that that's gonna be out there as well. You know what I mean? So that's another area. So now we have author, fashion, right?
Designer,
Designer. Of course, you're a businessman, but the music is something that I absolutely know is going to have a big effect. That everyone's going to love. That's going to be out there. So
thank you, Tom. It's not really about those titles. It's not mainly about me, but I just feel more like a responsibility to share those things. That's the responsibility part of purpose. You went through things and you were saved and you get the wisdom. Telling your story is important because it's going to keep, because if some people didn't share their story and their talent, I don't know what I would do. I am the result of a lot of people. The only thing I can do is just give that little thing that I have, in any way that I can, like, so it's not, there's no pressure. So music will come out if they have to, fashion, and we keep going.
Well, I know that you do it in such a beautiful way, and it's so touching in so many ways, and driven. I wish you so much success with it.
Thank you, Tom.
And I'm looking forward to the next, next fashion line, next song, like next book, and everyone else. Hopefully, I know that they're going to really enjoy, what it is that you're going to be putting out there. There's no question about it. Are there any other things that you want people to know about DRIIVIIN currently that's going on, and other than besides the things that we've mentioned?
It's mainly like don't be shy to be part of the movement. Like I see it, it's not about me. It's not about me. A world where people are loving is good for everybody. So you see violence everywhere, confusions everywhere, division. If there's one thing that can bring us together, like pushing it, it's a good thing. And I'm so grateful for all the people that supported me. Junior, Canada, like it's a lot of people. Like I have to,
I
you
know
know,
there's a lot of people
I'm
from
grateful.
around the world and
Yeah,
stuff like that
exactly. And
are
then
in
we want
contact with
more
you. There's
people. Like,
people.
imagine, like, it's crazy to imagine that I can have the whole world in one day wearing the DRIIVIIN logo.
Absolutely.
Not just because I want them to purchase the brand, but like because they understand the
What's
meaning behind it. Imagine the whole world could silence in one day and wear a pink hoodie with the DRIIVIIN logo, with the world map. Not like love as fictions, as human, that we are all one.
Right. This is the logo we're talking about, right? Right here.
Yeah.
This is it right here.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that will have a big impact on this world, and to see everybody just come together in one day.
Right.
All war stops. Even if it's not tomorrow.
Right.
But just this vision, just this crazy idea that one day everybody on earth can just relax and stop. Even if they don't physically wear the DRIIVIIN logo, but like just think about love, like we are all one. That would be beautiful. Yeah, that would be beautiful. Bob Marley level.
Yes. Well, listen,
Yeah, man.
I know that the family is familiar with your brand as well. So there's going to be a lot in the future.
Thank you, Tom.
Simon, I want to thank you. I want to also tell you that you've just made such a difference in this world.
Thank you, Tom.
Already in your young career, right? It's been a while. It's been a journey.
It's been a journey.
But there's no question in my mind that, people are going to be, very, very excited about what you have coming up in the future.
Thank you.
So it's been great.
Well,
listen, I wish you the best, my man. Always the best. God bless you.